Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Extraordinary Agent. This is the sixth amazing, miraculous session that we've had before. And I want to remind everybody get out a pad and paper. You'll want to take notes here and be able to really catch all of the, oh, good, Lisa is coming on. And because we're going to be talking about things that, again, you probably hadn't really thought of, really focused on. It's going to be very helpful, not only to your business, but also to your life. And we welcome, let's see, we got some noise in the background there. So how's everybody doing? Oh, that's Lisa. I'm going to mute Lisa because she's at the doctor's office, and let's see. Yeah, there we go. Good, good. And so, how's everybody doing? I got some updates. And what's going on? Hey, Brian. Good morning. Good morning, my friend. And
It's always good to have $1 million listing. Only a couple of days from closing.
Oh, baby, fantastic. Congratulations. We love that. $1 million listings and other good news that you guys, I know Brad, you shared with us that you got lots of activity going on and so he's in Kansas. Is that right? Are you
South
on there?
Dakota?
South Dakota.
A little further north.
I just had Dorothy on my mind, and what's going on with you, Brad, on that? You want to kind of share a little on what just you had shared with us and what was going on? Because we're recording.
Yeah, just planting a lot of seeds and nurturing them along.
Awesome.
I've had opportunities to show a lot of doctors around Sioux Falls this winter, and a lot of them are going to be starting this summer. So in end of March and into April, we'll be looking at a lot of houses and putting contracts out on them so they can start in the middle of the summer and later in the fall. And so it's fun with people from all over the world I've been exposed to. So India had one over, a couple from China, and they just appreciate all the freedoms that we have here in the United States. It's amazing.
And especially in your state, I think too.
Yes.
There's two states, like some states are no mask requirement, and so and it's starting to open up. We expect to have herd immunity, if you will, by April. And that's what the scientists are expecting. So, people should loosen up and more people are getting the vaccine. But how cool having people all over the world come into, that and your new home building too, that's taken off, right?
Oh yeah. There's stuff going up all over. I mean, we've got Amazon Fulfillment Center is going to be building here in Sioux Falls. So that's 1,200 jobs. And there's an Asian market that is with Schwann's Corporation. That's going to be another 600 jobs. Wow. So they're not going to be able to build stuff fast enough.
Yeah. And that is true. And that's one of the reasons why we love to be able to, and hey, Candace, saw you came in. And that's why this new home building program, Leads program, is so effective. And to really build those relationships with people and with the sales consultants of new homes. And so that's great. And anybody else want to share kind of what's going on? Are you taking a picture there, Teresa?
I am.
Was it of you or all of us?
It was of me.
Awesome. Beautiful. Love yourself, girl. Take that picture. And I love all the police dispatch heroes that Teresa leads our lead program for first responders. And it's just such a heartfelt, wonderful program that is doing so many things. It's such good to so many people. And of course, expanding our businesses too, and that's good. Business is good, money is good. And so, again, I welcome everybody to Extraordinary Agent. That, as a little review that we started out on talking in session 1 on how to build a winning mindset and prosperous mindset. And so we, we talked about the importance of deep breathing. And so that breathing in, let's all together just breathe in and breathe out and just relax and breathe in and breathe out. We'll do it one more time to get everybody relaxed. Breathe in and breathe out. And why do you want to do this? This is your way in order to connect with God, your higher self, to be able to be more clear-minded. It's the most healthiest thing that you can do for your body. In fact, I'm working with a internationally known nutritionist doctor right now, and we were talking. I'm coaching with him this morning. We were talking, and he had asked me on so what is the most important thing you can do for your body? And I kind of thought, like, gosh, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things. And so I said water. And what would you guys say? What do you think's the most important? Oh, Lance, you're cheating. You know what
I know.
Lance,
I won't answer.
No,
I won't answer.
You go ahead, Lance. Go ahead. What is it?
It's air.
It's air. And there's plenty of it. And your breath. And literally your body with air and water. Those are the two most important things. So all this stuff about supplements or whatever that your body can actually do it. And heal you and help you. And so he talked, and I'm going to actually have him on my show, but it was really fascinating. He talked about that his mentor's mentor was 99 years old, and he went surfing out in the ocean at 99 years old. And Lance and I, in fact, were laughing yesterday, and Lance said, hell, I can't even imagine doing that at 49, much less 99. And he fell, the board fell up, flew up, and it hit him in the head, and that's what killed him. So this is how healthy, who knows how long this guy would have lasted. And I'm going to give you some answers on all of that with him and show you a path to be able to have that type of long, healthy life. Because see, all of you guys, like I was just sharing with my wife Sharon the other day, I want to now live more than ever, longer than ever, because it's so fun when you get this, when you understand life and how to play with life and to bless the contrast and be able to go out and expand your thoughts and feelings about what you desire, that it's just so good. And that's what we were talking about basically in the first session on the winning mindset. Then we talked about setting high flying desires and think about and so I want all of you to be thinking, hey, am I doing deep breathing? Like, do it for at least a minute every hour. And that would just be a great thing for you to be able to do. The other thing we had done actually in session 1 is meditation. And so I sent you some guided meditations. If you need a guided meditation, great. I think, Teresa, you were on a guided meditation. What was that platform? Do you remember?
Yeah, so I use breathe.com.
Breathe.com.
And Lynn Goldberg is my favorite meditation teacher on there.
Awesome.
And there's a couple, you can do like a free trial if you go to breathe.com. But she's got one on there about social media. She's got another, which was extraordinary. She's got another one on there about listening. Extraordinary. And they're like 7-day series for 20 minutes a day.
Oh, okay, cool. So they actually help you with certain things like your listening skills. And so they're very specific on that. How cool is that? And it's BREATHE, right? .com.
Breathe, the 2 E's.
Oh, 2 E's at the end, 2 E's. So the proper spelling of breathe has an E at the end of it for the .com. It's breathe with 2 E's.com. Yes, were you going to say something, Teresa?
BREETHE. I'll put the link on
BREE
on the chat.
G.
Now
Got it.
but I just wanted to add that here's why I love her so much. And this is definitely an alignment with God and Dr. Hank. Is she has probably 10 different series on there that are in perfect alignment with what you teach.
Beautiful. Beautiful. What do you know what a series that is, or?
Well, if you go to breathe. Whoops, let me go here.
So BREETHE.com. And
yeah, and if you go to the library, you'll see the meditation series.
Okay.
And so there's one on feeling happier. There's one on manage your anger. There's one on relationship harmony, loving yourself, overcoming cravings, aging well.
Ooh, young and beautiful. I'm getting younger.
Starting over.
All right.
Joy. And this is 7-day series for 20 minutes a day.
That's great. What was the last one on joy, was it?
Generating joy.
Ooh, doggies. We're high flying. Yeah. Yeah, I thought I heard that joy in there. And
the one called Letting Go is amazing.
Wow.
Getting What You Want, 7-day series.
Yeah, now we're talking.
The Power of Listening I've done it 3 times for 7 days.
Wow. That's good.
Mindfulness and social media, I'm done 3 times.
Awesome.
7 days.
Okay.
And it's very much in alignment with your mindset training. It's just so amazing to me.
That's great. That's perfect. And we just attract these, and that's what we are. We're attractors. Whatever we're thinking about, we're going to attract. And so to be and it's all about this building the mindset. And some of you may be asking, like, what does meditation have to do with me building my $1 million business? And I'll tell you, it's exactly what it is. The meek shall inherit the earth. And the meek are those that are relaxed, are in a meditative state, that are in the state of allowing and receiving. And then you'll receive the thoughts that you need to build your business. You will receive the out of the blue deals and referrals and business and the ideas and the people and buyers and listings and everything that you desire. But you just have to have faith that that's going to happen. And so the best way to get there is actually through meditation and deep breathing. And that's why you're going to be a more extraordinary agent because of the ability for you to be able to go within and the kingdom within you. And then we talked about setting high-flying desires. And so you just want to think about what you want. I love this. What about having a high-flying desire of easy money? And for those of you coaching with me, that you know that. So here's one, is like, just think about your last closing, last money that you got from anywhere. Okay, just think about that. And then say to yourself, and I would write this down, thank you for the easy money. And then, can I have more easy money now? Woo-hoo-hoo. That's your asking. Can I have more easy money now? And then, easy money, easy life. It's supposed to be easy, folks. Father does the work, not us. We just have to do the asking and receiving. And so here it is. See, I have it written on my little index card. I want you to write that on yours. And then I have an amazing magical meditation where we go down into God's garden and into your money playground with my coaching. And so I have visualized the first time I personally did this. that all of a sudden I saw in my money playground out of the woods, and all the woods had leaves with money. And who came out? But for those of you that know me at Christmas, I wear a Christmas wrapping suit. And so it's a business suit with Christmas wrap. Well, imagine a man kind of like me, if you will, with a suit with money. Okay. And then imagine coming running out of the woods is this money guy who's got his knees. Imagine his knees going real high, lifting his eye, and so he's going like this, and he's doing the money dance. And so he comes running to you, and so just visualize this guy just running to you. Money is coming, and then in the woods, imagine a whole bunch of other money guys running out of the woods right to you, laughing, singing, doing the money dance. So the last statement, so it's thank you for the easy money. Can I have more easy money? Easy money, easy life. And then the last one is money is now dancing its way to me. Money is now dancing its way to me. Isn't that just great? And then think of that little money guy going. And you should see me do the money dance now, with the lights and everything. Woo, doggies, we're having fun now. And then we talked about attracting ideal clients. And so the best technique on that one is to just think about the best client you've ever had. They were easy, they were fun, they were enjoyable. I'm thinking on where we had a $1 million listing, and how it just went so easy and so fun. So it doesn't matter what size the listing is. Think about that person. If you only think about that person and not the person that is a buyer that is making the decision, and not the things that we don't want. Okay, not the person with bad credit. That you just think about an ideal client, and I guarantee you the Father will do the work and start bringing you ideal clients. And then we talked about finding your superpower. And so we went within, we went within the kingdom within, and we were able to find our superpower. And again, for any of you that have missed this or want to see this, you can talk. Just let me know, and I can share that with you. And then last time we talked about amplifying your influence and communication, and really the key there is to start pre-paving your entire life. Pre-pave, so it's PRE-PAVE, and start pre-paving your life the way that you want it. So you start calling for, hey, this meeting's going to go well, and we're going to really get along well. We're going to enjoy each other's company, and they're going to really like me. I'm going to really like them. And see, when they like you, they'll hire you, if you will. And plus, you'll feel great, and they'll feel great. And so, but don't get into the detail on, oh, they're going to sign the agreement, or, let God do the work on those details. But just overall, how great of a day are you going to have? How great of a drive are you going to have? How great of a meeting are you going to have? How great are your calls going to be? That you start pre-paving them, and then right before every call, pre-pave it on how great it is. Most people are pre-paving what they don't want. They go, oh, God, I hope the guy answers. So you're saying, gee, they're not going to answer. Gee, I hope they're nice this time. Well, you're kind of saying they weren't nice last time, right? So you got to start saying about, hey, they're going to, we're going to have a great conversation, that we're going to get along well, and to really amplify your influence and to be the light of the world. And so you can do these things and more, and that includes being the light of the world. And so that was our session so far, just kind of as a reminder on just the magnificence on how to become an extraordinary agent. And this is how in this week, and we have 2 more weeks, 2 more sessions together. And this session is session 6, and we're going to be focusing on what matters. And so if I ask you on focusing on what matters, what comes to mind? It's an open-ended question, very general, and so What comes to mind? What do you think?
Well, I'll speak up.
Okay.
Just want to say that I was raised by an incredible man, adopted and raised, and he loved money. And he had even a money dance. And he said to me when I was very young, he said, "You will learn to love money as much as I do, but I want you to choose something that where you make money by helping other people with what it is that they're dreaming about or that makes them better people."
Awesome.
And he has passed, but and thinking about him while you're talking, and I think that that would be for me what matters the most is that what I do for a living significantly contributes to other people's lives.
Well, I love that. Yeah. Making even a bigger difference in the lives of our clients, of our families, of the world, And that's exactly what this is about. It's beautiful. And imagine us consistently feeling like as though it's a calling for us every day. It's not a job or anything. It's just a calling. And the calling could be, hey, I just want to help myself. You have to put yourself first. I want to help myself and others. And to be able to have our dreams come true. And to do that, and we've been taught, most of us have beliefs that you shouldn't put yourself first, that's selfish, and there's no other way to be. God gave you your mind and your ability to feel your emotions, and then ask you to go out and ask. And so the importance of you and how important you are. You're made in the image and likeness of God, and a great affirmation on that is I am worthy. I let's see. I am worthy. I have worthiness, and I be worthy. And so just this idea about worthy. So if you have some issues about that again, you could just say one of those things, or just real gently and real kind of when you're in your meditation or whatever. And so, but today we're going to talk about the new and I just love the way that this is framed, that it's the new way of doing business, and it is and I have 25 ways of doing it, but it's the new currency of business. So I think maybe even to write that down, the new currency of business, and it's generosity. And so this sets you apart, to be selected for the listing and to win the listing. The more generous the person is, the more that they're going to win, if you will, the listing. That, and actually, if we just kind of get out of that whole thing of win and just, love people and to enjoy them. And so I looked, and I have a handout here, and so hopefully you guys have printed this handout. I don't know if you can see it, but it talks about activities and what type of value matrix. So we're going to talk about a value matrix here, and we're going to talk about the impact that we have on our clients, on our prospects, and ourselves. We're going to talk about the feelings that we desire with our clients, with our prospects, with ourselves, and then the type of structure that we have. And so what type of, technology or time management system or whatever that we have on there. And so let's talk about the impact. And again, this is the value matrix. And for our clients, what impact do you wish to make on your clients? And so think about that. What results would you like to see for them? And you could actually, the next page is a blank page, where you could fill that in. So again, if you don't have it, just put down, hey, this is a value matrix at the top. And then looking at what impact do you wish to make on your clients? And so let's talk about that. And who wants to start with the impact that you would like with your clients?
I just recently started a new mantra, if you will, and did a couple of videos on YouTube about, it was titled Free Research and Planning Tools. And the mantra is that I'm reaching out to help you with your research, thinking about building, if you're thinking about renovating, if you're thinking about selling, think of me as your research partner.
Oh, cool. Research. Cool. And I thought you had said resource partner, but I like, and we are a resource, but I like that research. And what an interesting angle on that. Love it. Ryan, what impact would you like to make on your clients? What results would you like?
A couple things I wrote down were for them to be happy and satisfied, and for them to earn more money. I mean, that's something I think that is important for us, and that's one of the opportunities that I believe that we provide for our clients, is for them to earn more money and to help them understand. And it's a part of what Teresa is talking about. If we can help them understand market conditions, where the market is going, and be that qualified resource to supply them with the information that helps them make the best decisions for them financially for now and in the future. And I think that's what we offer as realtors. You know, there's more to it, but I think that's one of the things that we really offer to them, is that idea to create exactly what we do for ourselves. All we do is we just take this and move it to them, and supply this same basic ideas here for them as well. And I think that if I do that, I'm doing everything that I possibly can and for them. And I wrote something down based on what you guys shared earlier, is that if I help enough other people get what they want, I can have everything that I want. Yeah. So if I just help them get to their desired goal, more bedrooms, bigger lot. And as many of you guys know, I wrote a book on condo living. Well, I'm thinking about writing the book on uncondo living, because land is so important, but it's also, what it does is gives me the opportunity to go to these clients that that are in condos and just look, it's their decision and what they do and where they go, but also informing them that, look, there are market conditions that are going to affect condominiums right now. And I see land, single family homes as being the best investment on the real estate front currently. And, you know, that could be commercial and as well, and just be straight land. So anyways,
Yeah, I love that. That is just some great stuff. And so, you know, we kind of start happy, satisfied, but then desired dreams to come true. And then you said increase your income. And it is definitely part of that, but maybe even increase their wealth. And so to be thinking, because if I buy a home, I'll increase my income because maybe I'm not paying as much for the apartment I was at, which is possible because they charge a lot for apartments now. But for sure, everybody is, hey, if I buy a home from an apartment, just using that as an example, I'm going to build equity there. Whereas in the apartment, I'm not building any equity. So I'm able to build my wealth. So we're maybe even we say we're wealth makers. And again, for each one of you to, you know, just hear these ideas and then think and contribute at any point, you know, when you want to. So we have the impact of the clients, and then let's talk about how do you feel about the type of clients that you're serving. And so what comes to mind then is there's two ways. It's wanted and the unwanted in that question on how do you feel about the types of clients you are serving. And Brad, what do you feel that about the types of clients you're serving? And maybe to just put a little explanation around that is some people are serving clients they really don't want. And that's okay. It's just we need to say, hey, I want to, serve the clients that I want. And then there's those that, I feel great about the clients that I'm serving. How do you feel, Brad?
Yeah, there are certain clients that that, right away you just click and everything goes really well. And sometimes it's the ones that you kind of either one party or the other, husband or the wife, sometimes you click with one, not the other. And you really have to read what they're feeling, because sometimes if you hit it off really good with the wife, being, genders and everything, you really have to take into account, and listen and ask more questions to the other side and really, kind of research along the way and see how you're going to fulfill both of their needs. And a lot of times the other party will notice that that's what you're kind of doing and actually help you and get them more involved in the decision, which I had clients that did that. And afterwards they said, we didn't think we were ever going to find a house that satisfied both of us. But I just kept asking them why we want this. Why do you want that? Why do you want that over what, and it come down that he wanted a really nice garage. She wanted a really nice kitchen, and we can never find them together. And when it did come together, it was just like, the balloons, lifted and the champagne was ready to be popped, and it parted, and it was really fun. But I think it's just, really listening is part of that, reading through all this, to really what they're saying that will answer a lot of your questions on what direction to take them. And sometimes they don't know exactly what they do want, without asking them questions. And it's a good feeling when that comes together.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. And you mentioned an emotion there. We're talking about feelings here. When you mentioned an emotion on fun, and so when we can get to that point with our and again, it's all a matter of what we're asking for. So hey, I want to have fun with my clients. How do you want to feel with your client? Man, I want to have fun with my clients. I want the heavens to part with my clients. Now that's a great one. I love that. Because it's really all about the feeling that if for all of us, that whatever you desire, that the only reason why we desire that is because when we have it, we'll feel better. So it's really all about the feelings. And for those of you that have been around for a while, that as you feel better, you actually are rising to where God is. God is feeling great and joyous about everything that's happening in your life. And so, but we, with our conscious minds, our smaller minds, sometimes interpret things that, it's sad that they died. There's no sadness in death, and that's a whole nother story there. But there's our soul's never intended to be here forever. But these ideas about feelings and so I love that word fun there, Brad. I want to feel, have fun, and I want my clients to have fun, and I want the skies to open, and so the heavens to part, and that's great. And then structure and system. So what processes are in place for you to serve your clients? And so, what thoughts, Lance? What do you have? You're a rockin' real estate agent, baby. And loan officer, soon to be. Lance, you're on mute. You're on mute. You got on mute.
Hey, I'm so sorry, Dr. Hank. I had a phone call from a client. I heard my name. I'm making some easy money.
Are you still on the call? Go ahead. Yeah. Hey, now that's called easy money. So we like that. And who else wants to go here? Victor. Victor, what structure systems do you have? And can you talk there, Victor?
Yes. Hi, Dr. Hank. How are you doing?
Hey, Victor. Good to hear your voice, man. What structure systems do you have for your clients? And so it could be like, because they're clients, that they could be previous clients even, and how do you keep in contact with them, or your current clients? What systems do you have, or processes to keep in contact with them?
Yes, I have quite a few. The first thing is that I'm on social media, so I'm always engaging with different people, especially past clients.
Yeah.
So that's one way.
Awesome.
Another way is that, for instance, I'm always providing value, kind of like what Teresa and Ryan were saying. I'm always trying to help them the most that I can, especially because if they're first-time home buyers, they're just not really aware of, what to do next or what's the best way to do things.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I've recently done is that I kind of, for my past clients that were first-time home buyers from last year, I'm working with them to do their property, do their homestead exemption.
Yeah.
The homestead exemption for the property taxes. And they were, I've talked to quite a few, and they were like, yeah, thank you, Victor, so much for keeping in touch with us. We really appreciate you, walking us through this, because we didn't really know how to do it.
Yeah.
And so that's just providing value. And then of course, like we were talking about, I do cards, holiday cards. So I did one for Christmas, and then I did one for Thanksgiving, and I just sent them out to previous clients as well. So I'm always engaging with them so that they always know that I'm here.
Yeah.
And that it's really helped out, because a lot of my business is actually coming from referrals, which is pretty amazing. Those are just like y'all were saying, easy money.
Yeah, easy money. And so in the last few years, you've been with us for about 2 years now. And so how's your business grown? Like, 2 years ago, did it grow? Last year, did it grow?
Yes, last year was pretty much the best year that I've had in real estate. So yeah, thank you for that. And then just continuing with it. It's pretty much February, so it's rocking and rolling.
Yeah, there we go, baby. There we go. And that's fantastic. I really love those responses, Victor, that social media providing value. So when you do connect, it's providing that value. Holiday cards, and then just the regular connections that you're doing with that. And does anybody else have, as far as structured system, any other thing that you have set up as far as your clients? We'll get to prospects here in a minute, but as far as your clients are concerned?
Dr. Hank, I'm back, by the way.
Hey, Lance, how are you, man?
I'm great. I'm writing a contract as soon as we hang up. So.
Oh my God, I love that. Yes. So yes. Can we all do this? Yes. Go ahead, do it. It'll make you smile. You'll just love it. Contract, sign contract. Yes. I love that. And what that's telling God is, give me more of it. And so God will come. That's awesome. Congratulations. And we love that when it's happening right in the middle. And we have that often where just because we're all high flying here, we're feeling good, and we're talking about the things that we desire, and we're allowing everything to include money and happiness and joy, into our lives. And so we're talking about the value matrix, and like with clients, and what impact we want, and then how do we want to feel? And so it's about how we feel and how we want them to feel. And then the structure and system, and we said social media, provide value, holiday cards. Do you have with your clients, do you have any type of system that you have in place that you're able to connect with them?
Well, no, I mean, I use Facebook. I usually friend all of them that way. I keep up, kind of track. I joke around, call it stalking them. Big, I always comment do that. I call them maybe once every, I have a kind of a rotation, maybe once every 3 months. I'll give them a call. Just say, going, how's everything? How's it been? This snowstorm was a perfect chance to reach out to a ton of clients. Hey, are y'all staying warm? Do you have everything you need? Not that I could do a lot. I mean, we were snowed in as well, but if they needed something, then they could have tried to transfer us here. But just reaching out meant a lot to them, knowing, hey, this guy who, we haven't talked forever, reached out to me.
Yeah, beautiful. Lance, I love that, and Lance, you're an excellent example on the snowstorm. A lot of people say, oh, this is awful and bad and whatever, no power, whatever. And Lance, you just took it to the wanted. And because remember, every particle in the universe has a wanted, unwanted in it, and every situation, every person has, every person can be either angelic or not, and it's all up to you. It all depends on how you're vibrating, what you're thinking about them or the situation, etc. So Lance said, oh my God, what a great opportunity to take my girls out and we'll go sledding. And so they went, in the snow, and he got his dad's golf cart out, and they were, on a little toboggan or whatever. I don't think he had a toboggan.
It was a boogie board, a wave board.
A boogie board. Perfect.
We destroyed 2 of them. It was a blast.
That's great. And Lance was fortunate to have power, but what he did was he invited other people over. And so he had families living over there and everything. And, so it was just a time to connect. And then he leveraged it for his business, just like we did a year ago. In fact, I talked to an agent yesterday who's not with us yet. And they said, oh man, this COVID's been just terrible for us. And, for me and my business, and, since February, just nothing's been happening. And I'm like in shock. I'm thinking like, what? Because a year ago, all of us said, you know what we're going to do? All this is change in the world. If we just lighten up about everything, just say, there's significant change, and with change comes opportunities. And so we looked for the opportunities, and most of us had the best year that we've ever had. And so I just love, Lance, and how you look for the wanted in that, and just had a great time building your business, building relationships, building your love relationship with your family. It's just spectacular. So that's great. And let's talk now about prospects. And so I'm assuming that impact, happy, satisfied, help them with their dreams, wealth makers, and we're going to help them be wealth makers. So I'm going to put kind of those 4 in the prospects. And then feelings, all of us feel wanting to feel good, having to have fun, wanting to feel all, again, all of us, it's our prospects and us feeling that we're of value. And valuing, like we were talking earlier about valuing both people that are there, whoever is there, that you want to value both people. And you're right, Brad, it's interesting on how when you're trying to be nice to the more quiet person or the one that you're not getting along with as well as the other one will actually help you and to build that relationship. And so if we assume the impact, unless you have a comment otherwise, and the impact for your prospects are pretty much the same, the feeling's pretty much the same, what structure and systems do you have with prospects? This is follow-up, folks, and this is, a big opportunity that, and remember, this is about generosity. We still have this theme of generosity, and one of them is, providing a value, for example, and being that generous and helping them to become more wealthy. And so, it's the generosity of our knowledge, of ourselves, of our time, of us touching base with them. So what comes to mind with structure and systems as far as prospects that you have set up to help to continue this connection with the prospects?
Well, I can say this, that I have about 350 of them.
Awesome.
And my mindset is that I don't like the word prospect.
Yes.
I like the word new friend.
Yeah.
So,
Beautiful. Love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And many of my videos will start out with, "This is Teresa Price, your friend and future
Yeah.
realtor."
Yeah.
And so you start with, because I'm a relationship person, is um, that, I just want to be your friend. And in the first responder program and through connections, I was able to build 350 friendships.
It's just
And one-on-one, I just sent a double tiered cake to one of those friends that we've been going back and forth. And he's not a prospect buyer, whatever, but he called a couple of weeks ago and sent me the second referral. And so I sent him a double tiered cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes to the
oh,
fire station in Dallas.
oh my God.
And I talk to those people, some of them daily, some of them weekly. I checked in to see how they were. We send out videos, we send out good information. And instead of just posting on social media, I've got
Yeah.
this group of friends. So that's one niche. I just started a new one where I'm making friends with C-level for luxury properties. So a couple of people I'm talking to right now, and we're talking about innovation and, and it's not through posting, it's through connecting and one-on-one in LinkedIn.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so I just love those ideas, Teresa, and I'm sure all of us do. It's just fabulous. So I love, now that we know who we're talking about, if you want to go ahead and cross out clients and turn into friends, put friends there and prospects to new friends, that to be clear, it's just so much warmer, and it just adds that warmth and your whole perspective, and it'll actually raise your vibration on that. So that is just beautiful. And again, so Teresa's top 1% agent in America, that this is how you do this. This is about connecting and again, not just doing a post. Now, it's not that posts don't work. There's an area to prospect there and to be able to do that. But this really building relationships, because remember, every person has 10 to 12 people that are looking to buy or sell a home at any particular time. So you have plenty of opportunity with each person if you'll just invest more time with each person. And this goes into our referral program too. And so we have our Referral Leads program that is just amazing, and that I think you guys will, that if you haven't been introduced to that, ask me about that, but that is a great program as well.
Dr. Hank, can I add one more thing for everybody to consider? Is I often in notes and emails and texts end with, "Thank you for your trust and your friendship. It means a lot to me." Something along those lines.
Yeah, so thank you for your
trust and your friendship.
And your
And
friendship.
do you know who I learned that tagline from?
Who? Abby.
The sheriff of Collin County sent me a thank you note.
Wow.
And it said that at the end, and I remember how I felt. He's an amazing, amazing man. He's someone that I really look up to. And I had taken bagels and cream cheese to their office and made some new friends that are now good friends. And he sent me that note, and I just will never forget how that made me feel.
Yeah.
So hence, when we send that to other people, and I hear them say, I told my friend, I have this great friend I want to introduce you to. And so it's contagious. They're like, really think about themselves as your friend and vice versa.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the friend business, guys.
Yeah.
We
Beautiful.
can go out there and make all kinds of new friends. And I love that.
Yeah, that's
About
beautiful.
what we do.
And every stranger is just a new friend. And again, many of us have been brought up, and why we sometimes have reluctance to reach out like that, and just walk into a fire department or whatever, go to somebody's home and drop off something, is that we have this whole thing behind strangers, and it's because we're told, oh, don't be talking to strangers, whatever. And all of us were at one point strangers with each other, but the fact is, all we are is new friends, and now friends with each other. And if you look at everybody with that type of attitude, you'll see that they'll respond very nicely to you. And I would suggest everybody write down, thank you for your trust and your friendship. And the main reason why that's so important is because what Teresa said is what was key there is how it made her feel. And it made her really feel good. Can you imagine a client, if you will, a prospect, writing back to you and saying, oh, thank you for your trust and your friendship? I mean, my God, talk about a solid relationship who will do anything, for you. So that's a great one. And I really appreciate your input on that, Teresa. Any other thoughts before we move on to our generosity plan? All right, so that's really good, golden information, folks, and so I hope you enjoyed that. I want you to now go to my generosity plan, and again, it's on a handout. If you don't have it, I'll be writing it out, and then you can write it out. It's actually good for you to write it out. But so some suggestion notes of encouragement, appreciation, I will write each day, and so. I love what Lance did is Lance reached out to other people during this snowstorm and said, hey, want to know how you're doing. And all of us can reach out because of the pandemic, if you will. And so, but what type of encouragement could you just send to people? And if they don't know you're an agent, you could put in your business card. But I personally don't like, if you know any referrals, give them to me. I don't know. And I know it's effective. It's just like, and Teresa doesn't like it either. But they're going to, don't be asking about, come on, give me. It's more about give. And it's this whole idea about generosity. So my suggestion would be to write write 5 notes every day. And so if you don't have their address, and this is not email, if you don't have their address, it is the best way. I'm sharing with you, if you want to build your business, that you just start writing notes. Typically within 10 days, 2 weeks, you'll have a listing or a buyer from this, if not a lot more. And so think about writing, and if anything, write 1 note. The only reason why I don't suggest 1 note is you'll lose it, and you'll do that for 2 days and you won't be in a habit of it. Plan your day. Ryan gave us in week 1, and that's why we love this. All of us contribute and add such value. But Ryan gave us this time schedule. And so it's a hard copy, you print it out. And one of the things you can do with that is you can actually start planning on and etching out, hey, for a half hour, I'm going to write thank you notes. So every Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning from 10 to 10:30, I'm going to write thank you notes. And as you start getting into these habits, these are the successful habits that will make your business grow, but also make you grow and make your friendships grow and these relationships grow like never before. The other thing is to volunteer. And so here's an idea, and I just want you, this is kind of like we always do. it's like a buffet, okay? And it's all these different ideas. I just want you to pick one idea, or maybe two or three, but at least one idea that you're going to start doing and start getting into a habit with. So volunteer. And you may say, well, what good does it help to volunteer in the Boys and Girls Club, which is one of my charities that I donate my time and money to. And because I love it's for something, okay? I don't give a penny to cancer because it's for something I don't want. And so that's why cancer is growing, it's the attention to it. So, but for Boys and Girls Club to help educate the kids, give them a place to be after school, etc. And so I offered to do the whole board with them, and then all of their clubs and the management of the clubs in Tampa, Atlanta, and in DFW. And I did, and I got more business from that than you can imagine. Because these people, remember, everybody knows a person, and it knows, 250 people, and these 10 to 12 people are there. So think about what charity maybe you want to support. What area, what's your passion? In fact, Teresa and I talked this week, we're developing another new leads program, and it really came out of Teresa coaching with me together, and that we realize that, just looking at your passion, if you'll find your passion, you'll find other people that are passionate about that also, and be able to connect with those people in a meaningful way, and you have kind of a reason to connect, if you will, and something you're both passionate about. And so think about, if you want to volunteer. If not that, think about the new friends. So I have in there, it says number of referrals that I will have. But think about how many new friends. I mean, isn't that a great way to position it? Is how many new friends do I want to attract? Okay, we're all magnets, and we attract what we think about. And so how many new friends do I want to attract? And then you have to do, well, if I'm going to, you're kind of starting at the end point. This is how many new friends I want to meet. And just for friends' sake, okay, that again, the business will follow when you do it with an open heart and with heart about being this generosity. I just want to give to these people. I want to give my knowledge, my experience. I want to help them with, something in real estate it could be, or something else. Teresa is into painting now and yoga and helping in that. So, be thinking about ways that you can do it. So it's kind of like, hey, I'd like to meet 5 new friends a week. Well, how am I going to do that? So the next question is how, and just start asking how, and you'll start getting the answers. I mean, in the morning before I get out of bed, I'll ask for whatever I want that day. And I'll ask, hey, how can I get whatever? How can I bless another agent today? And then all of a sudden, the answer will come either right then, or it'll come during the day, or it'll come out of the blue. God will just give it to me. And so there's 3 ways kind of that God plays to be able to give it. Charitable donations. And so think about what you're going to give. So money is, you want to save money, you want to share money, and you want to spend money. You want to spend it on good. I just went to Gucci or whatever that store is, high-end store, and bought like a really nice wallet. And I went there yesterday, went in the mall, and man, it was great walking around the mall and going to Gucci, the Italian, leather guy. And then, but you just have fun with this, and you enjoy this. Actually, that was a present that I got, but I like the present so much, it's wallet, that I'm going to get one now too. And but think about charitable donations, or think about just, what present can I give? Like, have you asked recently your spouse or whatever, that what would you really like right now? And I mean, I know you want a bigger diamond or whatever. I'm thinking about sharing right now that, like, how big do you want it? And, you're not going to be able to lift your hand. And but think about, or maybe your kids too, that ask them. I asked my son and my sister-in-law yesterday, hey, what would you like as a gift right now, for no reason? Okay. And this is this generosity. This is just being kind, being thoughtful. And another good word is thoughtful, on how to be thoughtful. But there's all kinds of ways to do that. The reason why donations, like there's a whole thing I teach on giving 10% or more. And, you know, I'm an ordained minister. And the reason why that is because when you give, then you receive also. And when you're freely giving that your money, that you'll freely receive money. And so it's not really about the 10%, it could be 1%, it doesn't matter, it could be 20%, doesn't matter. What it does is it changes you, and you start feeling good about yourself and about freedom, and the freedom to be able to give money. And then you'll be in a point to receive money and to be able to receive that money. So other acts of generosity: mentoring, kind acts to others, deep listening to friends, your team. And so when we talk about team, we have a whole team. There are clients, there are prospects, our friends or new friends, that are our team is our mortgage people, our title, that so we have a whole team. And so you want to incorporate everybody and just think of them as your team. Think of your prospects, your new friends, as part of your team. And oh, good, I got part of my team now. You know, I just grew part of my team. It's such a warm thing, and it changes your vibration and your attitude. It's no longer on, oh, I got to sell them and close them on this deal. It's that, oh, they're a team member. I can help them. How can I help you? And don't worry, you'll get more business than you've ever even dreamed of as you use generosity as the new currency. And then before reacting to anybody, ask, what is the most generous response I can give? So just think about that. No matter what anybody says, whatever they're saying to you, what's the most generous response I can give? And that's sweet. Love it. So your thoughts on generosity? Other ways to do generosity, examples, things that you've done where you were generous. Mandy, you got something? I know you're such a sweetheart. Mandy.
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm really just enjoying listening to this since I'm pretty new to it all.
Yes, and so Mandy, we welcome you, and Mandy Evans. Wave hi to everybody. Hi to Mandy. And yeah, well then, what have you liked so far? What have you liked best so far during our fun time together?
I've really enjoyed, hearing the stories and examples,
Oh,
and
your voice went out a little. Maybe go closer to the mic or something.
I don't have a very good signal right now.
There
It
you
keeps
go.
dropping off, but I'll lean way in.
Yes, there you go. Got it.
So I have enjoyed hearing the stories and examples that the group has given. Gives me a little bit more insight into the programs that you have. So I'm excited to learn more about it.
Fantastic. And I love that word, excited. And thank you so much. And we appreciate you being with us. And Lisa, I know you were had a few things happen here, but are you feeling okay to say hi?
Yeah, I'm still here at the doctor's, but they are finishing up already. I really like the part that you were talking about, meeting the client's goals. I mean, to me, is very, I had it on my head, but I can't think right now.
Yeah. And
when you were
that's
talking
okay.
about that, I was.
Yeah. And I'll let you can go back. I didn't know.
But I did listen off and on to your class. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
Thank you.
Lisa. And you feel better, and know that you're getting better, quick recovery, and you're just fine. See, we have people loving being on here, even when they're at the doctor, they're going to get on, So that's great. And So the last thing to do, and remember, we always go to the quarter to the hour, and for most of us on Central Time at 11:45, we pretty much wrap it up. But I also included there 25 ways to grow your business with generosity. The new currency in business is generosity. And so people want to do business with people who are genuine, who are gracious with their time, with their knowledge and their expertise. And so the 25 ways, if you want more referrals, give more referrals. That's a great one, isn't it? Catch up until Lisa, great notes. Oh, okay, Jody. Hey, Jody. Hey, Jody. Actually, Jody, why don't you get on? Can you say hi?
I can.
Hey,
Hi.
Jody. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. And so what did you like best today?
Well, my great notes from, the structures and systems and just writing it out and kind of looking and making sure there's no voids in it.
Yeah.
Very good. Love the circle. I call them my circle of friends. Once they're my clients, I always joke around with them.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't get rid of me. You're in my circle of friends now. I'm sorry. I'm not going anywhere. So that rolls out of my tongue, off my tongue, out of my mouth very often. But then the generosity, just to finish up with what you are, not to take up too much time, is basically listening, smiling, being intentive to what they are saying, being with them. So yeah, just wraps it up. And again, just poking, filling in spaces, of what I'm missing. So thank you.
Fantastic. Well, you're welcome, Jody. And I just love that circle of friends. And so that's a really good one. You're in my circle of friends. Or calling them and say, hey, I got good news. What is it? Hey, you're in my circle of friends now.
Like I said, I'm not going anywhere. You can't get rid of me.
I love that. That's great. Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate your input on that. And so back to generosity, and so to give referrals, and really, what better thing? How precious they are to us on referrals, and how easy they come, because we have easy money, easy life now. And that, but to think about, people that, hey, how can you help them, with their business and to grow their business? And obviously referrals are definitely one of them. And so that could be that, you maybe even want to start a group, a networking group, and just start in your own area and your own neighborhood, whatever, that, hey, would you be interested in networking, and just get one person from every kind of industry, if you will. And those are wildly successful, because that way you know exactly who the electrician is, or the CPA, or the attorney, or whatever, and you can refer them to them, and then they can take it from there. Mentoring other agents, we call this blessing other agents, and what we have to offer is something that most agents, they're missing out about 75% of the income that's available as a real estate agent. And so to reach out to another agent and to bless them, I'd like this to take a colleague out for coffee. So I want you to think about, in the last year, we've all been trained that, gee, we're not going to meet in person, etc. The world is going to open up, folks, and I'd like you to start doing that and initiating that and using your leadership. So start inviting people out. People are sick and tired of being in their homes. Those that were at greatest risk have vaccines. That the world, again, they believe that the herd, as they call herd immunity, will be by April. And so that is, in essence, next month. right? In a month, about 30 days away. And so for us to have a new strategy, and so our new strategy, and this I'm ending on, is as far as it's really just a tremendous strategy that people get so used to their habits, they're used to being in. You're going to break their habits. You're going to make them feel happy. And so I want you to start getting out with people. And the cool thing is when you have coffee, you can take the masks off. And so legally or whatever. And so, take people out and meet with people, start connecting with people. People are hungry for this, and you are the leader. We are the leaders now within our community, within our families, within our industry. And so we're going to take the lead. So it's safer now, if you will, to go out, that people want to go out, and for your leadership to start asking people, hey, you want to meet? And now some of us have been doing this on a regular basis since a year ago, but and Ryan, I'm looking at you there. We would meet at the Flying Fish. It was just a great place, a little restaurant, and so we'd meet all kinds of people there. And so it was just a blast. But if you're not out, get out, and let's start do that. Start a study group, and by a study group, take one of my books and study it. I have groups all over America that study like Think, Feel, and Grow Rich, or if they're kind of middle-aged people, the midlife crisis thing is Conversations with Joseph. And I can recommend a book and go through that book, and I'll give free books to everybody, and I'll sign them all, mail them to you wherever you are that that you just want to give. And this is part of the generosity. So I just put generosity into action. Didn't think about it till right now, but got the thought, hey, why not just give all those books away? But start a study group with neighbors, friends, whatever, your team, if you will, your circle of friends. It's just fun stuff. And step up to be a leader in a professional organization. So maybe think about that. And I know, Lance, you're involved in all kinds of stuff. You're in leadership of all kinds of organization, and that's why he's a very successful real estate professional. And send thank you notes. And again, I recommend 5 per day. And again, they're thank you notes. They're not, hey, give me a referral. They're, hey, I just wanted to thank you for picking up the call, picking up the phone and talking to me the other day. It can be about anything. Send a note. How many notes in the last year, handwritten notes have you received in the last year? Most people don't even have 5 handwritten notes, okay? And whoever did, you remember their name. And so you want to become top of heart, top of mind with everybody. And this is the way to do. Be a generous listener. I love that idea about a generous listener. Charitable donation. And that could be to a friend in need. Okay, it doesn't have to be this. Sharon was just telling me the other day that she really just loves giving it to individuals. We give it to our money. We share our money with Hispanic girls wanting to get into college. So now we're helping, a few more on doing that. And we love giving our money to that versus, I don't know, these big charities. Some of them were just, we don't know where the money goes. It doesn't feel as good as it feels great when it's so intimate like that. So think who needs somebody, or ask people, what do you need? Introduce 2 people who can help each other. And so I don't know if you guys have seen Ted Lasso, and but it's a great program on Apple TV, and I recommend you do it. It's a series, 10 series. We've watched it. We're on our 4th time watching it. We'd never do that, but it's just great. But and he says in there, hey, you just got lucky and met 2 special people. And so, this idea about 2 special people. But the list goes on and on. We're out of time right now. Any other thoughts, comments before we leave? All right, then before we do, you can watch our income rise. After me, you can watch our income rise. Here, I'm going to unmute everybody. We're going to do a little singing here. And so, you can watch our income rise.
You can watch our income rise.
As more and more we magnetize.
As more and more we magnetize. Bye.
We like to laugh and have more fun.
We like to laugh and have more fun.
As we increase our income.
As we increase our income.
We expect to have it now.
We expect to have it now.
As we understand how.
As we understand how.
And then the fun one to end it. Moolah, moolah, moolah.
Moolah, moolah, moolah.
All right, everybody. Love you. We'll see you next Wednesday, same time, 10:30, same link. And you guys are absolutely amazing. Love you all.
You are too.
Thanks, Dr. Hank.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.